Alright, this is what this setup looks on the tripod. It was very heavy, like I tightened, like I have a pretty sturdy Mach 3 Banro with massive, massive head, but it started moving when I just attached the just the lens. It started going down. But then once I attached the camera, things became sturdier. Hello! Oh boy, what a monster. Anyway, what I'm doing here today, I'm at the park. Very nice. Oh, check out, there's a bird in there. Let's see if we can. How far is it? Let me see. Oh, it already flew away. But anyway, what we're doing here is today is my second day with this lens, and I got a good deal on it, right? I was checking, so I got it for 4,500 Canadian, and it's about 8 years old, but it's in pristine condition, and I don't see any scratches. I didn't even open yet this, but I think they had this from day one. But from what I can see here, everything is super nice, So I think I just lucked out because, yeah, you see, everything is clean. Basically, the first owner was a doctor, and then he sold this to his brother-in-law, and that guy had it for 1 year, and that's who I bought it from. So basically, these guys are not professional photographers, and that would help me. So basically, I bought this from somebody who just has a lot of money, right? And they invest into this just to have some fun when they go on a safari or something, right? And actually, yeah, I see now another bird landing there. So that looks like they like that tree, actually, So, so that would be a cool test. But for that one, I need an extender. I've got both extenders here, 1.4 and 2. And so basically, yesterday I went to the lake, to that mill pond, but I didn't have my tripod. It was, it wasn't in my semi truck, which was in the shop. But this morning I drove in my car to the truck because I wanted to go and try to find some hawks. Like about 1 hour away from me, near St. Thomas, Ontario, there's a famous place where people say you can often see ospreys and hawks. But then it started raining. Like, I look at the forecast, it says rain all day. And now it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's all sunny, but you see like pretty bad clouds, so I don't want to chance it. And like, I'm in Cambridge now, right? So the weather here is good, but I don't know if I drive to St. Thomas there towards the lake. They say it's like a big cliff in there, and they say that's where these big birds like to congregate, so to speak. And so instead I came here because I want to make sure I didn't make a mistake with this lens, because yesterday when I was at that mill pond, I took about 200 shots, because I was also using high-speed continuous mode, and each time you push the button, the camera takes 6.5 or 7 pictures, and then I was sitting on my computer just sifting through a bunch of unsharp, blurry images. I'm not a big fan of high-speed shooting. People say, oh yeah, then you have a bunch of wing positions to choose from. But in my case, I always, because most of the pictures are blurry, right? Because especially when you shoot handheld, and that's what I was doing yesterday. I was shooting handheld because I didn't have the tripod, and because I couldn't take off that Arca Swiss plate. I didn't have that size of Allen key. And then later, same day, I went to a tire place and I said, guys, can you help me out? I need this little thing. And took them a while, but they found the proper size, and they unscrewed that thing, and then I was able to so now I can use my monopod with that one. And but now I have this. I never used this. I probably used this once before when I was in Florida. It's a very sturdy tripod. It's very tall, but it's not carbon fiber, it's aluminum. So basically the plan today is just to I came here to shoot, you know, some flowers, you know, those things, and then to look at the computer to see, can I get sharp images with this lens, because I thought, you know, maybe it was defective or something, because yesterday out of 200 shots I probably had 5 or 6 more or less, you know, decent. And so now I'm in the control environment, right? I'm underneath this canopy. We have a beautiful day, and so I'm gonna see what the pictures look like. And I'm shooting at aperture priority, basically fully open, f4, auto ISO. And we're gonna see what the pictures look like at 500 millimeters with no teleconverters, because I suspect those, you know, they degrade the image. And then we'll take a series of pictures with 1.4 teleconverter and f2. Okay, so here's what. Check this out. That's why some people say that you need a zoom lens, because like stuff like this, like that little baby ran through here and disappeared. There's a tiny squirrel. And because I have 500 millimeters, you know, that's why people say, like when you go to a safari, you know, sometimes it's better actually to have a zoom lens, because sometimes you'll end up very close to the animals, and then you have this with a fixed focal length, you know. So basically it's not for every situation. And actually I just watched a review one guy did for this particular lens. I was just wanted to see what the feedback was. And one guy posted a review of this lens like 6 years ago, and then his next video after that, so he was doing no videos, then he posted an update 2 years ago. And I was curious to see if he still had this lens, and he says yep, he still had it, you know. So he was shooting, and he says gorgeous images, and he had he was also shooting with a Canon. I think he had the Canon 5D Mark III or 5D Mark IV. No, I don't think 6 years ago you had 5D Mark IV. I think he was 5D Mark III, and then he changed to the 16 megapixel 1D Mark III or Mark IV, you know, like the older version. And now when he was doing the update, I was curious to see that he says now he wants to switch. He switched to 1DX, like the $6,000 or $7,000 camera, and he was still using this lens, but actually he said now he's trying to switch to 200 to 400 zoom because of this. He says sometimes, you know, you end up close to an animal or bird, and 500 does not give you, you know, the flexibility. And but I looked up that lens online. That one, 200 to 400 Canon. That one like is expensive as this one. The brand new one like this now. So I paid 4,500 Canadian with one teleconverter, and then I bought the second one for 200 Canadian. You know, and actually my local shop, my local store, Henry's, has this now listed. As soon as I bought it from a private individual, they listed it on their website. They have a used one in 8+ condition. 8+ means very good, because 9 is like pretty much new, like missing boxes or something, but 8+ is a bunch bunch of vultures over there. 8+ is good, and they want 5,500 Canadian, 5500, and I didn't see anything about any converters. So that converter, brand new here in Canada, cost 500 Canadian. So that these two things, brand new, are $1,000 Canadian or 700 US. You know, so I think I'm gonna do this test today and then look at the pictures on the computer and decide if I want to keep this lens or I want to sell it or what. But if it's sharp, if I see sharp images on the computer, then I'll definitely keep it, because I never had such a monster before. So again, let's do 3-part test. So first you will see images with just 500mm, and this is Canon 6D Mark II. And then I will attach 1.4 teleconverter and do another series of images, and then finally we'll do 2x teleconverter. So here's the test. Thanks for watching.